Time for another stock review, this time Komatsu. In this video, as I was making it live, I noticed that some of the figures were incorrect. So I just wanted to add this disclaimer now to the beginning of the video. When you get to the video, the part of the video that talks about the valuations, I was looking at it thinking it was in dollars and I thought it didn't look right. So during the making of the video, I did some research and it was Japanese yen. So when you watch the video and I get to the valuations and I'm talking about dollars, there may be a few moments I mentioned dollars, and I even picked it up when I was saying it thinking this can't be right. It doesn't add up. It was actually Japanese yen. So I wanted to correct that. If I do mention dollars in this, not in the stock price, that is dollars, but the valuations, it actually is Japanese yen. Sorry about the confusion. I hope that puts it straight. And now on with the rest of the video. Time for another stock review, this time Komatsu. It's an ADR. Do you know what that means? Well, we'll discuss that in a minute. KMTUY, Komatsu. Interesting company, this one. We're going to be looking at the balance sheet, the profit, the loss, the solvency score. We're going to show you the inside trading, who's buying it, who's selling it. We're going to give you a full back test, whether it's worth buying in the first place. How does it compare? We're going to look at the website. We're going to look at the news. We're going to cover it all. Smash the like button if you like this video and consider subscribing to my channel. You too can have a video like this if you are a member of my channel. So we're going to look at this one. Can you make money on this stock? Is there a way to make money from this stock? Is it the right price? Are you overpaying for it? Can you print money? Does it make sense? We're going to go over all the numbers for you now. We're going to get our heads down, scratch our chins, even stand and look at the screens. Yep. Should we buy this stock? Well, we're going to find that out right now. Let's get straight into it. What is Komatsu, first of all? If you tap the like button, I make these during a live video. I don't know anybody else on YouTube that makes videos like this where I do all the editing and creation of it live as I do it, as I read it out. So it's pretty crazy, but it's like, reminds me of when I used to perform on stage as the world piano man. Anyway, it's all good. Let's get straight into it. What is Komatsu and what is an ADR? Should I start with that first? Probably start with that first. ADR, well, you often see at the top of a stock, it says ADR. What is it? Well, what are ADRs? American Depository Receipts. Represent shares of non-US based companies. Banks issue ADRs to facilitate trading on the US exchanges. Some banks require investors to pay periodic service fees, typically 0.01 cent to 0.03 per share. Okay, so just so you know, so if you're in the US and you're buying Tesco, a UK supermarket, it's an ADR. You got that little extra fee. Makes no difference. It's not relevant. Don't worry about it. You just have to disclose it. All right. What is Komatsu though, right? We need to go and have a look at it. What is it? Well, Komatsu Limited. There's the line chart. You can see it has some huge volatility here. What was that all about? Well, we'll have to check the investor news to find out what that was. And then we've been kind of going sideways for a while. But when you zoom in, it's not exactly sideways. There's some volatility. There's up and down. Certainly a scalp trader's dream, this one. The up and down volatility of it. But anyway, what is it? Let's go into some detail. Komatsu engages in the manufacture and sale of construction and mining equipment, utility devices, forest and industrial machineries. It operates through the following business segment: construction machinery and vehicles, retail, finance, industrial machinery, and others. Let's show a little bit more. The construction machinery and vehicle segment covers machineries like for mining, loading, transportation, underground, construction, and recycling. It also includes leveling roadbed for machinery, industrial vehicle engine, other machineries and equipment, casting and logistics. The retail finance segment offers sales financing related to construction, for construction and mining machineries. The industrial machinery and others segment covers forming and sheet metal machinery, machines, tools, defense related temperature-controlled equipment, prefabricated houses for business, and semiconductor exposure equipment for eczema laser. The company was founded by Mayataro Takuchi, I hope I pronounced that correctly, March 13th, 1921. So history. It's been around for a while and is headquartered in Tokyo, Japan. We like Japan, not so keen on Chinese stocks, but Japan, we like Japan. Yes. Do you remember this? What was it? The Last Samurai, all that stuff? Love all that. Anyway, KMTUY is listed on the pink current market tier. The OTC market data is provided by OTC Markets Group. Okay, the listed name is KMTUY. Komatsu. Okay, Komatsu. Let's scroll down here. Here's the CEO. Now then, we do have Meet the CEO series. We would love you to be on the show. Hiroyuki Ogawa. I'd love it. I'd love someone to tell me how to say that properly. So I'd love you on the show. My investors can get him on the show. We have Meet the CEO series. Please do email the company at Investor Relations or put this video when it comes out onto a social media like Reddit or Facebook groups, or tag it on X and see if we can get the CEO in. My members, my Lucas Age will do that. We've had a couple of CEOs and more lined up in the future, and we'd love to hear from him. Tokyo, 1921, maintenance requirement. This is regarded, even though it's been around for a while, as high risk, 100% margin. I didn't expect that when we found out it was around since 1921, but it is. It's regarded as high risk with margin. 27.97 billion. Wow, a reasonable company with a 100% margin requirement. That's quite unusual. 52-week high $31.03 and 52-week low $22.39. Dividend yield 2.76. There's a dividend element to this. An average volume is 302, which means it doesn't get traded very much. There's not a huge amount of volume, so you might have to sell the stock lower than for what you want. There might be nobody willing to buy it. It's a hold for a dividend, obviously. Okay, let's scroll down and look at what Morningstar say. I don't buy into any of this stuff. They are highly paid analysts, influencing the stock, whatever they like. I do it for free. It's not, I would do my own research. They're saying buy 63%, hold 27%, and sell 9%. The bulls are saying the acquisition of Joy Global could strengthen Komatsu's positioning and product offering in mining equipment, helping it to expand in its business segment. The bears, however, are saying a slowdown in global infrastructure, real estate construction spending, and mining capital expenditures would reduce the demand for Komatsu's construction and mining equipment. What about when the war comes to the end in Ukraine? What about when the war comes to the end in Gaza? We're going to need some companies to go in and rebuild the countries. Right. Stewardship regarded as standard, uncertainty high, economic moat narrow. Well, we will ascertain that in a minute. We won't take Morningstar's word for it. Ford Motor Company. These are the people that buy this stock, also buy Ford. Well, why anyone would buy Ford, I have no idea. It's mainly being bought as options by the employees. I don't know why anyone would buy it. It doesn't make any money. Just goes sideways forever. It's a dividend stock, but that's about it. Intel. I haven't researched Intel. Caterpillar, I haven't researched. Pfizer, I haven't researched. Bank of America, great bank, but doesn't make any money really for its shareholders. I'm not really an investor in banks. I don't see any sense investing in a bank. Robinhood markets. Well, I love Robinhood, but again, volatile. So we've got some volatility here. But what's good to see is we've got some good businesses. Robinhood's a good business. Bank of America's a good business. Not great for the investor. Good business. Pfizer, good business. I don't know about Caterpillar and Ford. Well, Ford's not so good. Don't see any point to Ford, to be honest. I think it's going to go bust eventually. If it wasn't supported by the US government, it'd be bust. It'd be dead already. Anyway, that's my opinion. Smash the like button if you like this video and hit subscribe and ring the bell. Alrighty then. Let's go and look at the website and then we'll go into more detail around the numbers. Okay, let's go and look at the business now. Does it make sense? Okay, let's study the chart and let's take a little look. Here we go. Right, the business itself. Let's have a look now. What have we got here? Creating value together. Somewhere in the world, people are creating buildings, roads, and bridges. Somewhere in the world, people are harvesting natural blessings from the earth. Everywhere we turn, there are stories to tell and passions to pass on. I like that. If we were a poet, I'd buy it. But of course, we're not a poet. We're a business. What's going on here? I like it though. It does sound nice. For a century, Komatsu has been by your side with quality, reliability, insights, and support, offering products and solutions to the industries we support. I like all of this. Very Japanese, very zen, zing, zen, all that, beautiful pink blossom, all that. Lovely gardens. I like it. It sounds very Japanese to me. We work with our global customers and partners to achieve a sustainable future where businesses, people, and our planet thrive together. The world is perfect in Japan. I love it. I've been there many times. Love it. All right. The land of the samurai. All right. Passion and commitment to building a thriving community. I have to say, I love the website. I love the message. Love the message, love the whole Japanese culture. Anyway, let me move on to some breaking news. Breaking news a couple of days ago anyway. Komatsu recognized with prestigious AA score for global climate and water stewardship. They're obviously all over the environment and I love that. Komatsu has been awarded a position on the A list for 2023 for climate change and water security by CDP, a non-profit global environmental disclosure platform. The A-list is awarded to companies which are recognized as international leaders of managing climate change and water security. Great. And of course, it's not just about being a great company and getting recognized for it, of course. It's also beneficial from an environmental, a business point of view, because there are many credits and benefits to companies that do well on the environment. And also, people prefer them if they can make money with them because, you know, it's just the right thing to do, right? Just the right thing to do. Anyway, let's go and look at the numbers now. Now it's time to study the intrinsic value of the company. Does it make sense? Can we make money from this company? Does the money stack up? Do you like my little B-roll stuff? Can you print money? Is Mr. Mini-Me popping? Have you tapped him on the head today? Tapped him on the head, subscribe to the channel. Right, let's do it. Let's look at the intrinsic value. Does it make sense to buy this company? Well, if we look at it, the base case scenario, 21% undervalued. Best case, 47% undervalued. Worst case, 27% overvalued at the worst case. Are we in the worst case? Well, we mentioned that earlier in the video, macro conditions, but I think there's potential for reconstruction. I like to think about digging the ditches when everybody else is sat on the beach and spending all their money. Prepare for the rains to come. I think Komatsu, if they get the deal in Ukraine or Gaza or other developing countries or war zones, I think it could be great. So I don't see we're in a worst case scenario. I see potential going forward. No warnings here, which means the intrinsic value is reliable. Let's run some technology for you, some AI. Are you ready? Back test the valuation. Let's run it through my software. Profit 20%, transactions 2, AVG valuation 37%, correlation 33%. So, all this is undervalued. Looks pretty good. We like it. Buy when? Undervalued by more than 20%. Sell when? Overvalued by more than 0%. So right now, it's a buy from me. It was a buy from me before I ran my software. because 21%, there it is. This is our valuation history. This software I use, by the way, is the most advanced algorithmic software, and you can all use it to the extent that I use it for free or a paid version, and I'll give you the links below, or if you can't wait, it's below in the description of this video, or if you're watching live during the making of this video, here is the Alpha Spread link. Strongly recommend everyone use this software. I use it. It's fantastic. Best algorithmic software known to man, because there's no human element here influencing it. Komatsu's recent earnings report revealed an impressive increase in net sales and operating income amidst currency headwinds. Specifically, net sales rose 5.6%, while operating income jumped 15.9%, bolstered by favorable exchange rates and higher selling prices, reaching record highs. The company's net income soared by 42.4%. Segment performance was mixed, with construction, mining, and utility equipment enjoying a 22.2% profit rise, whereas industrial machinery saw a steep 72.8% profit plunge for the entire fiscal year. Projections remain unchanged, anticipated a decrease in demand of 10% to 15%. Okay, scrolling down, let's look at the financials. $3.7 trillion in revenue. Wow. Okay, moving up there, which is up 2%. Expected to just carry on the same. Not increasing, but doing the same. Operating income, up 6%. Expected to dip a little bit and then rise again. Net income, up 5%. Free cash flow, 71%. Capital expenditure, down 0.9%. We're spending a bit less on capital expenditure. I like that. Kind of level. We're always investing in the company at about the same rate. Stability, I like it. Operating cash flow, up 25%. This is very, very good. Let's look at the balance sheet. $5.4 trillion in assets. $5.4 trillion in assets. This is a huge company. $2.5 trillion in liabilities. Very, very nice indeed. We've got 317 billion in cash. These are huge numbers. Absolutely huge numbers. Let me just check a couple of things. I'm just scrolling down during the making of this video. Moving on now down to the efficiency of the company. Gross margin, 31%. Very nice indeed. Going steady. Nothing changing there. Just steady as we go. Operating income, 15%, 10% net margins, 5%. This is a golden company. 16% ROCE, 9%. I mean, all across the board, all positive. Very, very nice indeed. Now then, we've got a profitability score of 54%. Positive 3-year revenue growth is amber. If that was green, we'd be up in the 65s. So it's very good profitability, this score. This company make good money. Positive gross profit, ROE is increasing, positive cash flow, all of that. What about their solvency score? 62%. Low DE, high interest rate coverage, short-term solvency, long-term solvency, all of that is good, 62%. All right, Wall Street analysis, 20% on the downside, worst case scenario, 1% on the upside, or 22% on the highest range. So Wall Street aren't that convinced by this stock for a good buy right now. The competitive landscape, I gave you the links for this above my head down in the description. You can see the competition. Go and check that out using my software. Very, very important to do that. What about percentage short? No short interest here. Nothing bringing the company down at all. There is no major short interest at all. In fact, and nothing recognizable at all. Okay, that's it We don't have any more information. Let's do a quick back test on the stock, see how it compares. So let's have a little look here. The back test would suggest if you put $10,000 in 2011 into the S&P, you'll be up to $50,000, 5x. Komatsu, $10,000, you'd have only $11,000. It's been going sideways, but it does pay a dividend. Now, I can't give you any dividend information because our software isn't recognizing it, I guess because it's an ADR. So we don't have that information, but there is a dividend here. You can do your own research on the dividends itself. But there is a dividend here, but it's not showing the history of the dividend. Unfortunately, I don't have that information. So let me do a final wrap up of the stock. Is it a buy? Well, it's got a great balance sheet, great company. I don't see the negative outlook the way Wall Street do. I think there's going to be loads of potential in the future for rebuilding and mining. We need more mining, of course, because of EVs and lithium and so on and so forth, and other precious metals. We also need minerals, of course. We also need lots of rebuilding in Gaza. We need rebuilding in Ukraine and around the world. So Komatsu being the leader, if it gets the contract for those places, obviously that would be great. It's got a good balance sheet. It's down at the moment. I think it's got a good future. All right, it's been around for a long time, a very well-run company by the looks of things. Click above my head for more information down below in the description, and over here for more reviews. You can get my software that I've been using as well. My members get a free plan or a discounted paid version as well. As always, until next time, take care of yourselves and each other.